I forgot about that. I forgot that spell had that limitation to it. So that is perfect. We still need like all except 1 mana for this. So we strike that down for sure. And is that it? Yes! 1 damage overkill. Oh, we survived the ultimatum! Yeah! Woo! Oh my god. Yeah! Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by to check out my video here on Arena Hacks. My name's Kyle, and I like just sharing all kinds of fun deck builds I do, budget deck builds, and just sharing with all you guys the things I do to acquire cards and build my collection on a budget and without spending as much money. So if you're into that kind of stuff, please hit the subscribe button. I have been getting into more competitive play lately, which is actually what we're going to be looking at today with this deck. So any of you who have been watching my channel for a while now, you will recognize this. This is very similar to a black-white Magecraft deck that I did a little while ago. I find this deck is just great. It's quick, it's fast. It's just great for ranking up, and it's working great throughout silver and gold. It really gets you up the ranks fast, and I've been climbing quick with it. So that's what the video today is going to be about. It's pretty much what we're all doing right now, waiting for the new set to come out, D&D. The rank season just reset several days ago, so everybody seems to be working on ways to climb the rank. How do you get there as fast as you can? So here I am doing the same thing. This deck, so for those who remember it, I'm going to just go over it very quickly. If you haven't seen this deck before, there should be a link somewhere above my head right around now, and you can click that and go check out, and I will give you a full rundown of the deck and what I was thinking when I built it and what the idea was, and I go over every card in the deck, whereas here I'm just going to briefly touch on the differences, and that's about it. So those of you who remember my last deck, remember that Lurrus was not in it. There was no companion at all. So since the deck was so close, and I do believe somebody mentioned it in the comments, I do want to give you a thank you for the comments. Somebody did mention Lurrus in the comments, and that is exactly why he's here. Thank you for your suggestion. Thank you for all the support on the channel when you comment and all that stuff. But here we go, Lurrus. We did have to make one other slight change to the deck in order to make Lurrus work as the companion. But yeah, since we already had pretty much all our permanents were already like 2 mana or less, even our non-permanent spells are still pretty much all 2 mana or less, except for what you see in the sideboard here. During each of your turns, we may cast 1 permanent spell with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard, from our graveyard. So that's really awesome because, like I said, every permanent is 2 or less. So every permanent we have in the graveyard, we can cast from the graveyard when we have Lurrus on the battlefield. Being 3 mana to cast him from our hand, 3 mana to get him from the sideboard into our hand, honestly, he's really just there as an extra creature that doesn't get shuffled into our deck. He just kind of sits there, and we can kind of bring him into the game whenever we're ready, whenever we're bogged down, we're not drawing into creatures. And you know what? Like, the deck that I did before compared to this deck, like, holy cow. Holy freaking cow. Lurrus does make that. When your opponent is just playing counter removal against you, and you only get 2 creatures, and all of a sudden you're getting all these Magecraft triggers, instant sorceries, but you have no creatures to buff up. So that's when you start bringing Lurrus to your hand, bringing Lurrus onto the battlefield, and now you can actually get those dead creatures out of your graveyard, and you have a creature that you can start buffing with your Magecraft spells. So the ability to do that, just that alone with Lurrus, having that creature that you know you can always cast, is just really nice, and this is the main reason why he's here as our companion. We very rarely actually dig creatures out of our graveyard with him, but we do on occasion. He's really handy. He really does help to get a Lumimancer back out of the graveyard, or any of them. We can get them all, like Leonin, Clarion especially. Yeah, we want these all. We want them all on the battlefield, right? They're great. So Lurrus does facilitate that. Giant Killer is the other difference in the deck. I swapped him with what was he called? Murderous Rider. Murderous Rider, yes. That was the card that was in his place, and there was just 2 copies of them. Swift End, 3 mana, destroy a creature, instant speed, pay 2 life. This one is the same thing. You don't have to pay 2 life, but it has to be a creature with power 4 or greater, and it's 2 colorless and 1 white, and it is also instant speed. So being a creature with power 4 or greater it's not like it's the worst thing in the world. Like, a lot of the problems with the removal in this deck, Bloodchief's Thirst, if the creature is higher mana value than 2, you have to pay 4 mana for it. So you have to kick it. That's double black as well, so that's also a little harder to come up with that mana cost. So it's more like you get big creatures, we kind of struggle a little bit. If they're big because of +1/+1 counters, you know, that gets in the way of Heartless Act. This is just mana cost again, but usually your bigger creatures will be too high in mana cost for these guys. So, you know, that's where Giant Killer really kind of just, and 2 of is just really sweet, because, you know, if you had too many of those chop downs, yeah, they might get bogged down if your opponent is not playing big enough creatures. Sometimes the Luminarch Aspirant, and in fact, this deck is kind of the mono-white buster. Like, I went up against a few mono-white life gain aggro decks with this deck, and I'm just like, wow, we just spanked you. Like, you are done. And it's just great because they play a Luminarch, and you just like, okay, throw your counters around, try to kill as many of their other creatures as you can, so they're putting all the counters on one creature, hopefully the Luminarch Aspirant, and then you chop down when their power's 4 or greater. Bye! Magecraft triggers, it's just so sweet. And once you get Giant Killer on the board, don't underestimate that ability to tap your opponent's creatures. I mean, we really want to get damage in on this deck, and I honestly think Giant Killer is actually a better card than Murderous Rider was, because he has that ability to tap creatures down, and Lurrus can bring them back out of the graveyard. So who cares that Murderous Rider gets shuffled in, or not shuffled, bottom of your library. We don't have any ways to shuffle in here, do we? Oh wait, Environmental Sciences. We do have some shuffle in here. Yeah, no other shuffle though. Yeah, nothing else got shuffled. Yeah. So yeah, like overall, even without Lurrus, Giant Killer, I only put Giant Killer in because I had Lurrus and I had to make the switch. But yeah, I think Giant Killer is actually working out better than Murderous Rider was. It's more or less a more lean spell too. The creature's only 1 mana, whereas Murderous Rider was 3. And Chop Down's same mana cost, but less of the colors, right? It's only 1 white instead of 2 white. Whereas Murderous Rider, the Swift End is 2 black, so you got the double black in there. Black is what we don't have quite as much of in this deck, so yeah. But that's my rundown of this deck, and it does do really awesome. The win rate is pretty awesome. I haven't actually looked at it yet, but we'll get to that in the conclusion after some gameplay. Oh, I think one more change. I'm not 100%, but I think my other version had 2 Necrotic Fumes. This one only has 1 with a reduced to memory added in its place. Again, the double black was hard to come up with. Double white is usually easier. Sometimes we get stuck for white in this deck, but it just gives that option of either going to your sideboard. It's like, what do I have? Do I have 2 white or do I have 2 black? Which one do I? And it gives you that option. The other thing is Necrotic Fumes can only exile target creature or planeswalker, whereas reduced to memory can exile any non-land permanent. So I consider that a bit more powerful. We can hit enchantments. We don't have any other way to hit enchantments in this. So that's basically why I wanted to add reduced to memory in there, to make sure we can exile all kinds of stuff, and not just creatures and planeswalkers. The 3/2 red and white spirit token is kind of annoying, but usually with our Magecraft triggers, our things like Bloodchief's Thirst, Eliminate, we can take out that spirit pretty freaking easily, get some Magecraft triggers, and we're pretty much laughing. So let's check out some gameplay, and I'll see you guys later. So maybe opponent's running a fair deck this game, instead of those decks that just always have what you need on top, conveniently. Which might be us here. Maybe. So I can go Lumimancer, Guiding Voice. That's bad, they're getting life fast. We need to go Bloodchief's Thirst, actually. We need to get rid of that punk out there. Yeah. How fast they're gaining life. That needs to go, or else they're going to start pumping out angels. And if they have another one, we're locked and loaded for that too, with an Eliminate. Like, they are so close to 27 life already, 3 more life, and that speaker's going to start pumping out angels. Alright, that's... Actually, Eliminate can get around. That's not a Heartless Act, this is an Eliminate. We can get around +1/+1 counters. Oh baby. Yeah, I say we go for the Guiding Voice. So Clarion Spirit. Guiding Voice here. Yeah, we need to make sure we keep hitting our land drops. We do have another Guiding Voice that we can get something else from our sideboard if we need it. So, Enviro Sciences for now. What does this mono-white, what else does a mono-white deck have for us? We could use some more removal. Our removal is good for cheap little creatures like this, so, and that's probably most of what they're going to be playing. Okay. Interesting. You can get 3 damage in. Oops. Oh, they meant to go for Clarion Spirit, I think, there. Okay, yeah. Okay. I get it now. Well, we didn't get our land. That's pretty stinky. Can we double spell this turn? I have to cast Guiding Voice in order to double spell. Or... or long pause. Black. Well, should go white. We do need to be a wee bit heavier on white. Do I eliminate that Lumimancer, or not Lumimancer, Aspirant? Or do I Guiding Voice my Clarion Spirit? Let's Guiding Voice Clarion. I don't know what we get of our sideboard. We're not terrible for lands, so let's go Academic Probation just in case. And then we're going to hold up Fight as 1 for protection. If it'll work. I mean, if they're running exile stuff like Vanishing Light here, then Indestructible doesn't really work for that. So, yeah. Angel of Vitality. And another Speaker of the Heavens. Where's this counter going? Now if I go Fight as 1, this we can make this Spirit a 2/2 until end of turn. I think we've got enough of a health point lead though. We can just take, if their Lumimancer attacks, we can just take it. I think is okay here. We can use Academic Probation to shut down their Angel for a turn, and then we can use Eliminate to hit their Speaker, which will get them life gain, which is actually what we hate the most right now. So we'll let that go through. We can race them as long as we prevent them from gaining too much more life. So I'd prefer to kill the Angel rather than just shut it down. Oh, Leonin would be great too. Let's go Leonin and shut down the Angel, because when we attack in, and then we got Eliminate for later, hopefully they don't gain too much life. I really want to get Leonin out there and start really cranking out some damage. So then we'll go here. You can't block. But your Speaker of the Heavens may block and die. Or you can take 8-10 damage. Can't block with your Angel. Can't attack with their Angel next turn either. I think it lasts the whole round. Until your next turn it can't block, attack or block, or activated abilities. So this is not an activated ability, so they still get that extra life gain if and when they gain life. So if they gain 2 life from Speaker, they'll in fact gain 3. If they gain 1 life somewhere else, they'll in fact gain 2. Lifelink counter on Lumimancer. Not Lumimancer, Luminarch. I have the Lumimancer. So that kind of sucks. So they're going to gain 6 life here. That's fine. Do 6 damage. We have to start. Okay. We've got a spell here, Fight as 1, and Heartless Act. Everything's instant speed. So let's just send the whole team in and see what opponent does, and we'll react. This is sometimes what I like about this deck. I look at what I have, instant speed, we got a lot of options. Let's just go for it. We got indestructible, we got stuff. Like, we're gonna kill something. Don't know what it is. Gonna kill something, don't know what it is. So we can go fight as one on Lightscribe, or we can just cast 2 other things to make Lightscribe kill Speaker without dying himself. Because he needs to trigger twice to make himself a 4/4. They letting it all go through? Letting it all go through, okay. Let's get rid of Speaker. How much damage? We got 4. Oh yeah, that's enough. Awesome! Mono white life gain taken down by black white Magecraft, I guess. Okay, we do have some. I don't really like S removal. I don't like Giant Killer right off the bat because he takes down big guys. Lumimancer, okay. We've got 2 Magecraft trigger spells within this because of the learn. So we get something out of our sideboard and cast another sorcery, so we got that going for us. Do I want Lumimancer out right away? It gives us a chance to play this untapped, but I don't know. Let's just play it tapped now. I can't depend on drawing into a basic land to play it untapped. Although now I will, that I've made my decision based on that. Ugh. Is this what I think it is? It might be what I think it is. Well, we already have black out there, so let's go. So we have double white. And then let's just run all our Lumimancers out, or at least some of them. Thanks for the Lumimancers deck. Oh, excuse me. Yep, ramping and then ultimatum. So what do they need again? Oh, it's Submergent. It's blue, green, and black, right? That's what they got here. So I think it's 2. What's it 3 of? 3 green? I think it's 3 green, right? I can't remember. And then one of the other 2, one of each of the other 2 colors. Magecraft triggers. Sure, we also need land, so we got to get that Enviro Sciences. Let's just pump damage right now, too. Yeah. Hard draw. There we go. And board wipe from opponent. Probably, this is, I think, around the time they always play board wipe. They ramp, then they board wipe, ultimatum. And of course, no scry, no dig, no card draw, and they just have all the cards they need. They have the ultimatum, they have it all. They always do. It's not a Yorion deck though, so that's interesting. Okay, so Binding of the Old Gods, I forgot about that. That's the other alternative to mass board wipes. Yep. And then we're gonna go this. Oh, we can't do this and Enviro Sciences. We can go we already played a land. Son of a poop. Ugh. We can save Enviro Science for next turn. But what do we get Magecraft triggers with? We can't just, we don't, I guess we go, yeah, if we might run into a board wipe that way. If we go Clarion into Lumimancer, we might run right into a board wipe. Sorry, yeah, you probably already know, but what does he get with this? He's getting Force next turn and then Death Touch after that. So So if there's a possibility we're running into a board wipe. I think I go this guy. And then we, I guess, go for Magecraft triggers next. I guess I should have played this. Like, I already played a land, though, so it would have just been a visible land in my hand. 2, 4, 6. That's, I think, their last land. Did they just play? Oh, right, they got one with this, right? So they definitely have all they need for Emergent Ultimatum. Another Guiding Voice. Did I play 2 this game? I was going to say I better not have. 1 to get the Sciences because I was stuck for lands, and now I'm not that bad. So I do still predict a board wipe here. Which sucks because it doesn't leave us with much options for what to play. Well, let's get that land. I'd rather play Clarion Spirit first and get a trigger off it, but I'd have to play Lumimancer then to get the trigger from the Clarion Spirit. What were we playing? Oh, the Guiding Voice. Okay. Oh, that's not too big a deal. Throw out this? Nah, we'll hold off. Oh, shoot. I forgot to attack. Whoops. I forgot to attack and get my damage. Okay, they're down to 1 card, so they actually don't seem to have it. They're just being super annoying. With all their annoying stuff. Stuff like that. The thing is, every card they draw, it's like, do they have it now? Probably not, because they're scrying. They're digging and digging. Anything staying on top? 2 to the top. That's terrible. That is terrible news. We'll go like that. We'll get a token. Get some more creatures out there. And now what do they do? Now they probably play it. There it is. Alright, so I got removal. So we gotta try to pick something we have removal for. So say Kiora needs to go. The other 2 we're gonna take a hit because this has haste, but yeah, the hexproof on the Kraken is our biggest weakness. Bloodchief's Thirst. Oh, we need another land, and yeah, that's why they countered our Enviro Sciences. Wasn't that big a deal. We can still Giant Killer one of them. Probably Gargarath, I guess. Yeah, submit that one because of that hexproof. And we better draw a freaking Black Source untapped. Because that would just be what we need. Yeah. Well, we're not blocking because we're not really... We can absorb 3 of that 6 damage. Yes! So we can Giant Killer something else. They're still going to be able to hit us for 6. They both have Trample. We can't take them both down this turn because we don't have the mana for it. We can still hit in... Get around Gargarath. We can take down Gargarath and hit in. But we don't have enough mana to go Leonin Lightscribe and Magecraft triggers, so we have to swing in. Giant Killer Gargarath. Get our damage. Cast the Giant Killer for a 1/1 token. 6/6 Trample, Death Touch. You better not have drawn another ultimatum. We might be able to handle this one. We might be able to, because you didn't get it right away. Which I was convinced we did have it right away. That's very bad for us. Oh, there goes Bloodchief. No, wait. Did I forget? 3 or greater. We don't have 3 or greater. Lurrus, buddy. I forgot about that. I forgot that spell had that limitation to it. So that is perfect. We still need like all except 1 mana for this. So we strike that down for sure. And is that it? Yes! 1 damage overkill. Oh, we survived the ultimatum! Yeah! Woo! Oh my god. Yeah! Haha! Okay. Shuffler's fine. Ah, I need that black mana. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I hate this. Please be better. Thank you. Every mulligan of my life, it kills me to hit that mulligan button. I'm so scared of the next hand being worse. No matter how bad the initial hand is, I'm always afraid the next hand is going to be 10 times worse. Okay, we're keeping it this time, but we're waiting. What are we returning? Probably Giant Killer, because it's more of a later game spell. Or it's better for later game, in my opinion. IMO. Yeah, I guess it's Giant Killer. I don't want to ditch a land, because I don't want to get stuck on lands. So Bloodchiefs and Eliminate, they're so lean. Like, I think Giant Killer's only 1 mana, and his ability is only 2 mana, but the main thing we want him for is Chop Down, which only targets powerful, like, big creatures, and it's 3 mana. So it is definitely on the clunkier side compared to the rest of the deck. Just that one instant itself. The rest of Giant Killer is just as lean as the rest of the deck, but yeah, that's why I want Bloodchiefs and Eliminate over the Giant Killer. Oh, right, keep. Don't want to risk throwing away land. Yeah, I guess I gotta do it. The Earth's Moon. Luna or something? What's the name of our moon? Luna? Something like that? I don't know. Or is it just Moon? No, Moon's like the name of a general celestial object. Like, lots of planets have moons. And they all have names. Yeah, I think our moon's Luna or something like that. I'm not sure. I wonder what the name of our moon is. Things I think about while I play Magic and not have any targets for my spells. That's the biggest weakness of this deck, is not having targets for all this beautiful removal we have. And we never have targets for it. Well, not never, but... Alright, Earth's Moon. Luna. We're going to call you Luna. Something like that. I don't know. Okay, now we have something to sink our teeth into. They must be struggling a bit for mana. What did they... Oh no, well, they discarded Blade Historian and to draw a card. That's what they did. I'd like to put this on white because we have more dominant white in this deck, but we do have more mono white sources. This is a mixed source, so let's put it on black because that's what we have in our hand right now. And just because we can, for 1 mana, oh, very nice. No blockers, start chipping away that damage. And hopefully we get something other than removal, because we have enough and they're not playing creatures fast enough. We could use a couple more creatures. Pretty much any creature we have would be awesome. Leonin Lightscribe would be the bestest. And then Clarion. Or maybe Apprentice, Silverquill Apprentice, maybe, after Lightscribe. It's hard to say which would be better. I was playing around with this deck earlier, and I had a game, and guy had like 2 lands, and I had like a ton. And I just beat the snot out of him. And, yeah, I kind of felt for him. This kind of sucks for us, though, too. The game is giving them all the time in the world. Literally. Because it's not giving us anything to do. Did they walk away? They must have whiffed and walked away. But anyways, what I was trying to say a little while ago, something about the chat. Yeah, it's like, when you're in a game like that, it's like, well, I'm not going to not beat the snot out of you because I'm trying to gain rank. So it's like, it sucks. I get the pain. I've been there before with this exact deck. And you're getting so mana screwed. But I wish there was something I'd just be like, yeah, man, it sucks, but I'm not backing down, but I feel ya. Like, there's nothing really to communicate that. Okay, there's that third land. Okay, that's dirty. Ish. Not super dirty. You're getting a look at her hand, though. And they didn't take Lurrus, they took one of the Eliminates. And I'm like, we can still cast it, and you know what? Since we can only cast one removal, why not cast that one? Like, why, right? Did we get a land? No. So we can't cast this and anything else. 3 mana. Yeah, we'd have to kick Bloodchiefs to kill it, so might as well cast this. It'd be the same thing, and it still kills it, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was, yeah. Sorry, bud. Son of a poop. I have to, that is such an amazing hand. Drop Apprentice. If I had to pick and choose, I'd say get rid of Apprentice for a black, you know, swamp. But any one of these 3 guys could be dropped for a swamp. But I want my 2, yeah. Oh my god, I have to mulligan too. I could be stuck with 1 land for like 5 turns, and that would be unacceptable. Oh! Oh, come on. Oh my god. I actually need to get rid of that because I need to hold out for more land. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Wow. Freaking long hair. Finally got a haircut appointment. I had to book it almost a week in advance because they're so booked. And I had to do it in a different city. Apparently that's a big no-no. It's not my province that's all really sticky about this. They're like crazy about the Delta variant. It's actually just the city I'm in, the municipality, the municipal government. They're all they're scared about the Delta variant. That's why none of our hairdressers has opened up. But 25-minute drive and it's all good. 25-minute drive one way. So it's a 50-minute drive for a haircut. Alrighty. So what do? Let's go Lightscribe and we'll hold off Defiant Strike, which will make it a 4/3, which means they'd have to block with everybody to kill it. So yeah, let's go Lightscribe. And we'll attack and hold up Defiant Strike. Wait for them to block. No blocks. Still using Defiant Strike. Get the damage in. I didn't miss something, did I? Did I? It is past blockers, right? They chose not to block, right? I think. So what are they getting? 1 from, yeah, they're 4/3. 4/3 until end of turn. Right? +1 from the Lightscribe. +1 from itself is 4. Oh, Defiant Strike. It's a 5. Ooh, it's a 5/3 until end. That's 5 damage. 5 damage, third turn. Here you go. You already chose not to block it. Now you're wasting time. So their mana's all tapped out. They can sacrifice one of the saviors. Well, they can't because they already chose not to block it. It's 5 damage, man. I know it's 25% of your current health total, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. Or the game, I mean. Draw a card. Hey, that's pretty awesome. Definitely wanted to see that. We already played one this turn? Cool. That means we haven't missed the land drop yet. Ooh, okay. Cats and dogs get +1. No, they don't. It's going to be pumping out creatures, though. How much does this thing cost? 4 mana. Has no counters on it, though. So what do we do? Lightscribe, and then go Heartless Act, attack, and then Heartless Act, maybe? And then Heartless Act the Rin and Siri, which they can actually give indestructible to. That's true. I should have maybe went Clarion Spirits. Oops. I forgot about the dogs giving indestructible. I don't have anything like that, do I? Well, we can still go in with the Apprentice, and we can at least target something and get the triggers. Or do we want to go for Lightscribe? Nah, it's too dangerous. Because I can't give him indestructible. Yeah, too dangerous. Let's just go in with Silverquill. We have a backup, and he's not that big a deal anyways. So if we Heartless Act something else, he will trigger on himself. +1, double triggers here. Yeah, which will be enough. So we'll just take out... If we target a dog, they'll sacrifice that dog. So let's go like this for extra value. Because they're just going to give this guy indestructible with their dog. With their Selfless Savior. So might as well target a creature that can actually die. Unless they want to sacrifice their other savior for the cat, which I don't think they do. We lose our Apprentice, but we clear a good set part of their board. And hopefully we get more removal. How much have we played? We've only seen 1. So, come on, removal. It's supposed to be what this deck does. So yeah, they're already starting to go wide with their tokens, and they've got... Oh my god, yeah, we're losing. This game is totally rigged. Yeah, totally rigged. We're done. Game over. What do you want to bet we draw nothing but lands for the next 10 turns? I can just see it now already. Like as soon as yeah, there's just way too many Selfless Saviors now. Way too much indestructible. What am I supposed to do? Let's try to get some flying going, I guess. Yeah, we're just flooding out on creatures now, too. So it might not be lands. We're going to not see any of our instants and sorceries, which is literally... There's more instants and sorceries than there is lands, and there's more instants and sorceries than there is creatures. It literally takes up more than a third of the deck. And we've seen 2 of them so far. Everything else has been creatures and lands. This is how we lose in this deck. And they're just getting everything indestructible, like, can't be in combat, can't die now. Yeah, that's what we need. We can kill some stuff if we attack in. We can, you know, give indestructible. We can only give indestructible to our Apprentice and 1 other creature. So... I definitely say we go in with the flying token to get damage. Yeah, right. Like this is what I mean, absolute perfection. I don't think like fine. So we can only give indestructible to 1 of these now. So let's see if we can get rid of one of those Selfless Saviors by making them... They're probably just chump block. We do want to get more flying tokens though, so we do want to cast another spell. It doesn't matter. What is this? Human? We want to go non-human. Whatever. I should have just picked non-human. It doesn't matter, but whatever. Let's put the damage on here just to make sure he's powerful enough to force them to sacrifice a Selfless Savior. He will be getting indestructible himself. Everything goes through. So will this guy, which is I just made the wrong pick at first and then didn't unpick it, so whatever. There that goes. Yeah, they just got way, we can't destroy their stuff because they've hit way. Are you kidding me, game? Could you be more obvious about rigging this? Like, could you be more obvious about rigging that? Like, holy friggity frack. 3 spells out of all these creatures. Ignore these ones because they're tokens. All these creatures, all these lands, everything. This creature, we've gone 3 lands, or 3 spells, which is the majority of our deck. Luckily, we did get Fight as 1 last turn, so, and here's another instant or sorcery, so that also does help. This is ridiculous, like... What do we want out of our sideboard? What do we need? What would help? Get more lands out of our library. Can exile one of our flying tokens to... exile Rin and Siri. That's probably a good idea. And then they'll just play their other one that they've had sitting in their hand all game. As soon as they do that, I think I might just scoop. Like, I'm just like, are you friggin' kidding me? So we might go for this, I think. Necrotic Fumes, and we can even play it this turn too. So the counter goes on one of the flying to try and get it around their blockers. This can also go on flying. Man, I wish I could double spell before playing Necrotic Fumes, because now I gotta exile one of my flyers. I don't want to exile literally anything else I have. So it has to be one of my flyers, which sucks. That's a lot of stuff. I really don't want to, and none of them have Summoning Sickness. Urgh. That's poopy. Alright, yeah, I really don't want to do it, but kind of have to. These other 2 will get pumped up big, so let's go for you. And we'll exile you. And we do get more tokens from double spelling. Keep pumping these. These guys are getting big already, and they have no reach. Right. What does that guy do? I never really even... Dogs you can shoot, and that's ridiculous. Just has that sitting there. It's just ridiculous. They have everything in this. This is what kind... I've never seen a cat dog deck like this. People tried it when M21 was new because of like this guy and Rin and Siri and stuff like that. I so thought we were losing that. What? Why did you scoop? Oh, there should be a middle option. I was gonna say it wasn't terrible. Only because I won. I think I'd be hitting this. I don't know. We'll skip. There's our third option, skip. I think that's the first time I've ever actually skipped that. I was going to say no creatures, but this really isn't supposed to be a creature. I love the mana base, love the spells. I'm begging for a creature, not Giant Killer. I need something that goes with these better. I have card draw here, Scry. We might be able to dig for a creature, other like play Giant Killer, we could even use Defiant Strike on our opponent's creatures if they play any. So that's something as well that we could also do. Yeah, alright. I don't want a mulligan. I'm so afraid of getting a worse hand. There's a creature we can play. Let's scry now. There's another one. We're gonna have to keep it, but yeah. Shoot. They're probably gonna get counters on this next. They're playing a counter deck. Ew. Like a +1 counter deck. Let's go this way. And we can either fight as 1 or Defiant Strike to try to block whatever they attack with. This is not, we're not supposed to play defensive. We're an aggro deck, but they've got the lead on us, so we kind of have to play defensively until we can get the lead on them. Here they come. They have something instant speed too, no doubt. We can probably make this a 4/4. So Defiant Strike will make this a 3/3. It's very likely they will make this a 4/4 before it dies at instant speed. They do have something. I really don't want to play Fight as One now. That seems greedy. I should probably do it. So I have a feeling they're going to be able to pump up their mentor to a 4/4. A Snakeskin Veil would do it because they don't want it to die. If they put one counter on it, yeah, there it is, Snakeskin Veil. So I made the right choice. And that was their attack. They do have 1 white mana, which could potentially get them some protection, and now they don't have it. So I can, I do have the mana for a giant killer. That will take all my mana though. I could try to bait their Stone Coil into blocking, because they will kill the Stone Coil. What is it? Protection from multicolor. So yeah, let's just attack in. This is instant speed. They're probably just going to let it go, and they do. Because they don't seem too stupid. They seem like they're pretty smart. So, yeah. Not that they'd be stupid, I said that wrong, if they did block. I mean, that's what I was trying to get them to do. So. Oh, yeah, it sucks. Okay, we can still hit it eventually, even if it gets really big. 4 mana, we can hit it with this. So what do we do for now? It's going to keep growing. We could use a chump blocker. Well, it's going to be a 6/6 next turn, and that's going to hurt. But, you know, yeah. That sucks. I don't know what else to do about that. We can kill it the turn after, get some Magecraft triggers for it too. All that fun stuff. We can start tapping it down now with Giant Killer. But no creatures in the bin yet. There's that. There's that. Ew. Oh. Come on. Oh, that's 8 damage. Ooh, that's... ouch. We need more removal, deck. Or spells and stuff, like instant, like stuff like that. We're running shy. We're drawing all lands and creatures again. Again, what we have least of in this deck. How do I keep winning drawing completely backwards and weird? Alright, let's just take it. And kind of pray. Stop it with, like, this is what I mean. Lands and creatures, 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 lands and creatures. Piss off. Hey, let's go. Come on. Alright, so. Go for big guy. It's not enough. I probably shouldn't be attacking all in. That was probably dumb. Oops. Yeah. They're going to get at least 3, 4, 5, 6 damage now, yeah. We were playing way too defensively. It was way too perfect for them. We were getting screwed again. Jeez, like, it doesn't just screw you, it screws you hard, too. It's unbelievable. Oh, come on. Yeah, that was a good bottom deck. I'm very glad I bottom decked that land now. I definitely did not want to see that off the top. But it's not bad. We have 4 lands now, so we're pretty happy about that. Let's hope the good times keep rolling. Do I want Virosciences or do I want to do something else? If I go in Virosciences, I'm just going to get flooded, aren't I? Well, let's do it. Life gain is not terrible, so... Ask our opponent. That's what their deck is all about. Ugh. 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 Well, if this guy gets big, we can just chop down. Chop it down. Oh, I can't use 2 spells? Not fair. We can make this it would become a 3/4 until end of turn. So we can also chop down and make it a 3/4 if they gain a life before they attack. I think we just sit tight for now. Yeah. This is not the deck we normally do that with. Okay. Put it on this guy. Or are you putting it on this guy? We can still, if they put it on the speaker, we can still block the speaker and kill it. They put it on that guy. So who are they all attacking in with? Just that guy? Aw, you couldn't have attacked with somebody else too? You're no fun. I wanted to kill 2 of your creatures, not just 1. But you needed to attack with something else. Alright, well, let's go this. Play this on white. See if they block. Nope, so then we Heartless Act with no counters on it. We're going to have to go for Luminarch, because if they start doling out those counters... Ah, yeah! There we go. This deck actually does really good versus mono white, the traditional mono white. I say that like it's my deck. This is mono white. It's not mono white. This is the way I say that. It sounds like it's mono white. Okay, everybody. That was the gameplay. What did you think of the deck? Yeah, before we get to that though, let's just take a look at the stats here for it. So here they are. Let's go to ladder here. There's 1 game in play, just a little warm up quick. We got a 61% win rate in ladder, which is pretty good, especially for ranking up in everything under platinum, because you go up 2 spaces every win. So anything a little higher than 50% is good enough to increase your rank. But yeah, 61% win rate, and we just basically plug out games. They're usually not super long. Some of them do drag on a bit. You know, some of them, the loss here is short. You kind of want to keep it that way. You kind of get used to practicing. It's like, oh, when am I too far behind? Just take the loss, concede, go on, keep that game time short, and go on to the next game. And that's how you just go quick. And yeah. So the other thing about that I wanted to say is most of the games you saw in this video are up here in the top, which I love because look at all the wins, how good it was doing today. So love that. Couldn't have timed that out better. But yeah, I do have a lot of these games recorded. They don't have me talking in them or anything, so it'll literally just be the gameplay. And I'm just wondering what you guys would think about me putting up videos like that on a regular basis. I wouldn't be doing those videos would be like extra videos. It's just I have to edit all my own videos, so doing something like that it'd just be a great way for me to get extra videos on my channel. But if you guys wouldn't like something like that, and I'm not sure how I would like it, I definitely want to give it a try and see what you guys think, so look out for those. I'll definitely be showing you some of those games with this deck in those videos. But yeah, please, if you're watching the video to this point, you obviously do like my channel and you do watch my videos, and thank you, first of all, thank you very much. But yeah, please do me a favor and let me know what you think of that idea. It'd be a great way for me to get more videos out there. An easier way for me to get more videos out there. I'd still try to do 3 videos per week with me in them. Other than that, yeah, what do you think about this deck? But let's get back to the deck and the rank today. What do you think of the changes? Giant Killer, Lurrus of the Dream Dam. I told you what I thought about them in the introduction. They really make this deck just run like clockwork. Not that it's perfect every game, as you saw. It's just, it's like I was saying when we were looking at the stats there. It's like you learn when to take your loss because you know you're not coming back, right? So you keep that game short, and then so you have more time to play those games that maybe even drag on a little bit, but yet you still get the win, right? So saving time for those games and quick wins, and just when you have a loss, try to make it as quick as you can so you can get on to the next win. And that's what I mean when I say this deck is like clockwork, right? You just start cranking through that rank, and I love it for doing that. Fortunately, we're all going to have to find new ways of doing this when rotation happens, but we still have an entire other season to do that. Multiple rank seasons are going to be in between then and now, so it'll be interesting to see where this deck goes when D&D comes out, which should be tomorrow after uploading this video. Yeah, I won't have one right away. I'll be playing with on Thursday, I'll be playing with D&D, and I'll probably be doing a Friday video with some D&D stuff in it. Other than that, yeah, once again, what do you guys think? Thumbs up if you like the video. If you like the deck, thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already. Please subscribe. I really need subscribers. I'm getting a lot of people watching my videos, but not a lot of people subscribing. Come on, people, subscribe, please. It's free, completely free. It helps, and I'll get more videos, and I'll be able to do more. It'll be awesome. So, yeah. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you at the next video. Cheers.